I'm Guy, owner of Under One Tent, and after 20 years in the event industry, I'm sitting down with the people behind the scenes that make events happen, what works, what doesn't, and what nobody talks about. Behind every great event is the setup. Now let's get into it. What's up, man?
Let's do it, man. Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Chris, for being here. You're definitely one of the ones I wanted to talk to because I feel like, I don't want to say we're like the OGs of Lakeland, but I feel like we've been in the game for a while.
Dude, for a long time.
And it's fun seeing you more on like the wedding side of things because I think when we first met, we just kind of like interact at schools because
Right.
I mainly just had Lakeland Moonwalk and I'm either set up inflatables and you were on the blacktop, DJ. And I think I remember you had like Lincoln Academy and stuff like that. But it's cool to kind of talk shop with you because we're always just kind of in passing. So I think this would be a lot of fun.
I'm excited, man. It's an honor to be here. And it's crazy how long it's been.
You ain't kidding.
It's been a long time.
It has. Yeah. So DJing, like what got you into being a DJ? I mean, I would say you're probably one of the biggest names I think in town, or at least within Central Florida. I mean, your name gets thrown out everywhere, or Graingertainment to be more exact. So how'd you go down that path? Like,
well, man, it's I think most DJs have kind of the same story. Like, well, I love music and I remember playing at a party and people like my song selections. So you always have that. But I went to a small Christian school and they had like an 8 CD changer. And I remember telling them, let me DJ this prom, being like a 17-year-old. So I brought my family's desktop computer. I'm talking about the tower, the big monitor. And I remember I placed it on, the 6-foot table and I had all these like little window pop-ups. So, I would play like, I would play a song here, fade down the volume. Anywho, they hated it. Well, the kids didn't, but the staff did. Cause I'm playing like Gucci Man probably or whatever. And I think at that time I realized, you know what? If I can make these people dance with a compact Presario computer. And then, I started advertising on Craigslist, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the wedding clientele on Craigslist was
oh yeah, I'm sure it's like premium.
Premium, dude. And then, just started like booking gigs and there's more to it, but that's kind of how it started. Just, hey, I made a couple $100 DJing at this dude's backyard. And as a 21-year-old,
Yeah. Do you still have that piece of equipment?
Oh, that's the only piece of equipment I use now. It's
still use an old 97.
Yeah, they love it.
Desktop.
I remember the first wedding I did it for a friend and they gave me a Ponderosa gift card.
Okay.
So, do you remember Ponderosa?
Yeah, that's a good trade-off.
Yeah.
I mean, you're young, right? You got to eat, either I'm going to spend it on food or something else.
So yeah, man, that's kind of the start.
Okay. Did you have anybody like show you the ropes along the way, or you just kind of learned as you go?
Dude, I made so many mistakes. You should have saw the equipment I had. It was a joke. I mean, a joke.
Yeah. Everybody just selling you on the next top of the line.
I used to work at, you remember the Red Rose?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I actually was in banquet staff and they would have DJs. So yeah, I would definitely like go over there and be like, oh, I'm a DJ too. Oh, what does that do? And oh man, that's a nice microphone. And then I would like, pick their brains.
Yeah. Kind of see what works.
And then you realize how expensive it was. And you're like, oh, I don't know about that.
Get the next
if I can
tier
find
down.
a Chinese knockoff.
Yeah. And that's cool. It's always cool to find out what got you into it, but you definitely seem like you love it still. Like you
I do love it, man. I think as an entertainer, that part is still,
Was it just like your love for music, or do you get more from just the vibe, like what you're bringing to the event?
I think, and I think most people that are extrovert and they like being around people, I think the aspect of just being just getting people on the dance floor and making them happy. So, a wedding is I would say, one of the biggest celebrations of your life. And when you're a part of that, and I think that's still like number one. I think that's the drive of like still DJing, because there's a lot of parts of it that you're like, as a business owner, that part is
the
still
other
fun.
side of it. Yeah.
The other side. Yeah. So
yeah, the behind the desk part. Yeah.
that's no fun.
No, nobody loves it.
Especially around April.
Yeah.
Or September.
Yeah. Some days I look forward to like leaving my office, but then you're out in the field and you're like, well, crap. Like you're still thinking about everything else you still got to do the next day.
Like when you're out there with the guys, you're like, you know what?
This is cool.
I don't mind this.
Yeah. It just brings back memories. And
yeah.
But then you're like, oh, well, somebody still has to keep the lights on. And
right. That part is.
Yeah.
So
it seems to be kind of important, but. Do you do mainly just weddings now, or do you do you still do a bunch of like corporate events and stuff? Where do you find yourself kind of leaning more towards?
Weddings. That's the bread and butter.
Yeah.
And corporate's starting to become a lot more popular, but you got to really have to market to the corporate side, which all our investment is really into the weddings.
Gotcha.
So, but
you're not just, it's Graingertainment, right? It's not just Chris the DJ now. Like it's Graingertainment. You do more than just DJ. I know you do like lighting, dance floors, like you name it. On like your side, and now you have a team, right? How many guys do you have how many DJs do you have a part of your company?
We have 14.
Now? 14
DJs.
I know, it's creeping on your website and stuff, and you got like now Texas too. I guess you got a guy in Texas. Is that what
we have a guy in Texas?
Okay.
It's different. It's a different market, by the way.
Is it?
It's not like the Tampa market.
Yeah.
So still trying to figure that out, but
yeah. How do you balance, because obviously as an employer on my side, you deal with everybody's different personalities and stuff, but on your side, those personalities are actually in front of your customer. So how do you really pick the right person to not only DJ that event? Cause I kind of want to get into how you assign them, or they assign themselves, but also how do you vet them to go underneath your name,
If I don't, I think it really comes down to, if I can't hang out with this person outside of work, I don't think I want them working with Graingertainment. So I think that's really the main,
you just got to vibe with each other.
Yeah. If we're not vibing, I'm like, how are you going to vibe with our customers?
You're right.
And it's funny because you have to be a chameleon, right? So, we know each other pretty well, and we have different DJs, but I think that you have to see like the personality and the difference with all of them. I don't know really how to explain it, but they're all different. But if you're not vibing, then it's not going to work.
No.
So,
and that was the other thing. I'm like, how do you? I think I heard you talking about it, but you have the clients calling and they're like, okay, I want Chris. Like, I want Chris. Everybody wants Chris. Chris is probably a premium. But like, how do you decide that they don't, that they actually get someone else? Like, how do you sell that person?
It can be hard,
but then again, I guess you're like, if you want someone like me, I mean, I want to hang out with them.
They have to believe in the product. So it's kind of like, well, we want you to set up. Well, my staff here, because I always kind of relate it to like when you go out to eat, right? Like you have your favorite server, but the food still going to be, hopefully.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we have to sell it. Like, hey, I'm not available, but we have Gary or Dylan or Raphael, and you have to sell it to them. Like, hey, they're going to provide this excellent service that I would provide for you as well.
Yeah.
And they just have to trust you.
That's true. You're right. I mean, I guess they're, like you're saying, they're calling your brand. Like, they're calling Graingertainment for a reason. It's because you've built that brand. You've blood, sweat, tears, and
a lot of sweat.
Yeah.
A lot of losing hair. But I've taken, my face is literally nowhere anymore. Like I've taken my face off everything.
Really? That's good.
So
just kind of let it take its course. Just let Graingertainment just kind of be, instead of it just being Chris.
Yeah.
Okay. How many weddings are you doing a year now? Like, what do you You still staying pretty steady?
We're steady, man. I mean, this is just a guess, but I would say 400 weddings a year.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
it's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, man. And I thank God, that we're even able to do it. I thank God that we have a great team. It's taken a long time to get a good team.
I bet.
So, I mean, a long time.
Yeah, I look at other DJs and they're trying to, because I think what happens whenever you set the bar, right, and everyone else just kind of wants to kind of follow that same business model that you kind of have going on right now, and they want to, well, if I get me a good team, maybe I can pull back a little bit. But then again, they're not understanding that you're actually just probably increasing your workload some.
Oh, the stress level is through the roof, but that's a good thing. I'd rather be stressed than, stress. You'd rather be stressed about like your business is growing than, oh my gosh, we're not making any money.
Yeah. Does that, do you find you get like a little more like family time, I guess, because now your team's growing, man. You can kind of pull back.
That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Is not being out on the field anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still out. I'm still out on the field, man.
You're still out there.
I'm still out there.
What advice would you give to like a new DJ? Look like somebody looking to get into it.
Like if you were trying to start a DJ company.
Yeah. Definitely never thought about that, but
yeah, you never know. I would hire you. I think you just got to be patient and listen to the customer and what they want, and also find a couple DJs that are making it.
Yeah,
and then talk to them like, hey, like, what's your structure? What's your your processes? And I think when you're in business for so long and you're trying to make customers happy, like as a business owner, you understand you make a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can't make that mistake again.
Yeah.
So, and it's just, you always have to involve, because what you did 10 years ago,
mm-hmm.
you can't really, you have to keep up with the times, man, especially in the DJ world, and turning 40 as a DJ, you got to buy all cool equipment. You got to look cool, which is really hard to look cool as a bald guy, but you got to keep up, man. So, and customers, they want, you got to be quick, man.
Yeah.
10 years ago was a lot different than now.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's just so easy for them to just kind of go down the list to the next one, especially like social media. And now they're just clickbait and TikTok. And I feel like there's a ton of, it comes and goes from my algorithm, but DJs, I mean, that's just the thing now.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely, so how do you keep up with the trends? Like that,
as you got this, you have this phenomenal guy recording us, you got to trust people that, you have to have people on your team that are experts at it.
Yeah.
So I realized like, all right, I just want to focus on one thing.
Yeah.
So, so we've got some great ladies that understand, what brides are looking for, what they want to see. Okay. This is what we should be doing. So they just tell me now what to do.
Really?
Chris, you should do this. All right. Do I have to put a shirt on for this? Yes, put a shirt on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's helped a lot.
Really?
I think the social media presence has been like our biggest shift in advertising.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and you have to.
Especially with Gen Z, you got to, man.
You definitely have to evolve. I've noticed that even in our industry, with Lake Moonwalk with the inflatable side, and then on the tent and wedding side, like if I just did bounce houses and water slides and tents, I mean, I'd be left. I'd still be what I'm doing now, but now we had to like evolve. We do furniture rentals, and now we're in like carnival rides, and we kind of like,
that's dope. That's crazy.
So we just kind of step into a different area because, there is somebody always on like your coattail, like even that new DJ, the new DJ or new company, they're looking up to us. You still have to stay one step up. And I think that's one thing that's kind of kept me hungry and kept me going, is just because I like to, I don't know.
I mean,
I like that aspect.
And you can never think, oh, I've got it figured out.
Yeah.
Because right when you think that, someone's just going to come in and like, well, it was good while it lasted.
Yeah. And that's it.
So
and you're back on the sideline. So. I don't think people realize, and I guess something too, like if there's a new DJ or somebody listening, but the sacrifice, like it's a huge sacrifice. Like I've always told, I have people call me all the time, which I don't give them too much information now, but they're always like, "Hey man, how do you do it? You know, I'm looking to get in an inflatable business and the event business." I'm just like, be ready not to be home.
Right.
That's it. Like how do you
Yeah.
handle the sacrifices?
I mean, you're an entrepreneur. You understand that. I think for a lot of people, I don't think they don't want to take the time to do it. I think it's just the stress level.
Mhm.
I think the stress and, you know, the letting people down and the anxiety. I think if you can just be like, you know what, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. And I think if you want to open up a business, you just got to be hungry. And if you're not hungry, you're not going to make it.
Mhm.
Because I don't know how many DJs are like, I want to be a DJ. And then they realize, like, well, you know, this is what you have to do. And they get a taste of it. They're like, no, I'm out.
Yeah. Like, you mean I have to work all day Saturday,
Right.
all day Sunday, or every holiday that,
Right.
when that's the thing I try to tell them. It's like, all those parties you want to go to,
Yeah.
just know that they're gonna be hiring you for those events, and just know
Yeah.
like,
Every weekend. And, you know, and you're always on call.
yeah.
And you have to set boundaries. And when you finally get established, you're like, all right, I'm not going to work Sunday anymore.
Mhm.
But I just remember, you know, I've been doing this for so long. Like, yeah, we make mistakes. And yeah, you know, things happen. And I think for a lot of people, they can't handle it.
Yeah.
And you just got to look at it on the flip side. Like, well, I already knew that you're going to have failures and you're going to fail.
Yeah.
And I think the failures is what makes you stronger.
Yeah.
And
100%.
I just don't think a lot of people want to fail.
Mhm.
Because if you're not failing, you're not winning. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
always my mindset. Like, I'm going to fail. There's going to be a customer that's not going to like me. That's okay. You learn and you move on.
Yeah.
So I think that's with any business.
Yeah, it's definitely about how the situation's gonna happen. Like,
It's going to happen.
Nobody's perfect, but
You're going to make somebody
yeah,
upset.
it's how you rebound,
Right.
how you correct a situation. Because sometimes, I mean, I'm sure you too, you've had incidents with customers, and they didn't have a great experience, but then they're still renting from you probably to this day because you've been able to
Yeah.
flip it and just make sure whatever happened doesn't happen
You
again.
got to care.
Yeah.
You know, of course, you get customers. You're like,
Oh, yeah. We're done.
You're in the business, dude.
Yeah,
You know.
we're done.
But yeah. So
now, unlike the couple side of things, so can you tell me the process on that? So, when a couple first reaches out, what are you trying to learn from them? Like they're like, hey, I know I want Graingertainment, but now
Yeah.
you have to you got to get to know them. So
yeah. Most of the couples, they all want the same thing, by the way. We want a good party.
there's no secret.
So what do you want? You never have a couple that's like, well, you know, we want to have a lame party. It's always the same thing. We want to have a good party. We want a DJ that's going to, you know, hype up the crowd.
Mhm.
So you get all that, And then I think the secret is really to try to ask them specific questions.
Okay.
Right. So, you know, what's your, where are you from? We're from upstate New York. Well, okay. If you know anybody from upstate, you already know that family style.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you? We're in our 20s. Okay. You're a Gen Z bride, or a groom. Do you have a playlist? A playlist tells me a lot about you as a person. If I'm seeing a bunch of hip hop and house, all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what
the vibes you want. So I would say you really get to learn somebody from just a playlist and just asking specific questions,
Yeah.
And so
do you have them put together a playlist and share it with you? Or
you have to.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you can't in the DJ aspect, and I'm sure if you're a DJ listening to this, if you're not asking for a playlist, you're failing.
Really?
Especially now. Because, if you have couples, you're like, oh, our vibes. No, I don't. Oh, yeah, 2000s. It's kind of like, dude, it's like a Spanish person coming up to me like, oh, salsa. Yeah, but
I don't.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know how many
Yeah.
times I'll play a song from, from a genre. They're like, oh, but not this one.
Mm, I
And
got
you're
you.
like,
Well, I didn't know. Like,
or dude, or you play a song, you're like, all right. Bride's like, nope, next.
have you had that happen?
Oh, dude. And that's when I'm like, I got to ask for do not plays. And I got to ask for must plays. And I got to ask for just general plays. And then I can create a special playlist with these songs. Now, sometimes we get playlists and I'm like, you sure about that? I don't know any of these songs on this playlist. Doesn't happen often, but
You just make it work.
well, I tell them straight up, like, hey, you think people are going to vibe with this? Like, I don't know any of these songs. And I'm a DJ.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's something like, so as a couple, like, would you, I'm guessing you're kind of coaching them saying, just because you like these songs
Right.
doesn't mean your whole wedding party and guest list is going to like this song. Like, we need to kind of.
So that's a struggle, right? Because again, we talked about social media and they see, these banging wedding videos of like people just losing their minds. And, but you have to understand, like, that was that wedding. And this is an edited video. This was just a 15-second clip you're watching compared to family dynamics, the day of the wedding, our surroundings. There's so many different dynamics that you have to think about your dance floor. We live in the state of Florida, and if it's an outside wedding in the middle of July, well, that's going to kill your dance floor, by the way.
True story. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, you start.
Is there an open bar?
Yeah.
I really try to explain to the couple, like, hey, listen, do we want the older people to dance? Because, they're not going to dance to NBA Youngboy, or they're not going to dance to, Lil Wayne. They're going to dance to Earth, Wind, Fire. And then that couple will say, you know what? You have a point. Because I'm like, I don't see any like oldies on this playlist. And then you kind of have to educate them a little bit. So
do you just kind of, like, whenever you're at a wedding, do you just kind of see what the vibe is? See how do you kind of just throw some stuff in there too? Like, kind of sprinkle a little bit in there?
You got to feel the energy of the room. If you're looking out and you're like, okay, DJing's like, it's like a roller coaster. You got to start at the bottom. You just can't, bam. People will leave, if they don't have, you got to wait for the right timing. DJing's all about timing. So you got to start, get them going. All right. That sun's down now. Now it's dark. People don't like to dance in the daylight.
Yeah.
All right, now we're dark. All right. Now the booze is flowing. All right. Now let's pump it up. All right. Now they're a sweaty mess. Let's bring it back down. And, then, all right, maybe we need to change it up a little bit. You got to keep people like the majority on the dance floor. So there's a science behind it. I mean, I couldn't tell you the science, but it's definitely reading a room. So
is that some, like, reading the room? Is that experience you think you just learn, I guess, or I guess over time?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that's the hardest part about being a DJ. Like, if you can't read a room, and if you're not prepared, you're going to fail. So
have you ever had that moment where, like, the dance floor is just empty?
Oh, like, dude.
No, it's just nobody. It's just that wedding or that event where just nobody wants.
Yeah, I mean, and it's usually like the group was already like lame. Maybe you can edit that out, but you just look out and you're like, where is everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, well, mom was fighting with the other mom, or the dad and the ex, or like there's something going on. There's some kind of drama, or there's somebody fighting outside. So everyone's outside and you're just like, remember Rockin' H Ranch?
Yeah.
I got a picture still. I remember taking a picture. I was DJing. There was not one person inside. Everyone was gone. I'm like, well, they still got me for an hour. So I just started, I was like, anybody here? I'm DJing for you tonight.
So at least you were vibing.
I was vibing. I was practicing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it happens, man. Not often, but it happens.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah.
So leave the drama. If there's drama, leave it home.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good day.
It's an
important day.
Right.
And with that, I don't even think people understand. Like I commend you guys because, you know, my side of things, I'm in and I'm out, right? I drop the product off, I'm out of there. I'll come pick it up later. And same thing like florists, they're in, they're out. But you're there all day.
All day,
And
man.
not only that, are you there all day? You're like not to take any away from like planners and coordinators and stuff, but it almost feels like at some point they're like passing the buck to you. It's like now you're in control. Like, of course, they're still handling the behind the scenes stuff, but you're like you're the one that keeps the show rolling. I think the DJ sets the tone is what it feels like. Because Lily, for one, I starts at the ceremony,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're out there kicking that off.
Stressed out about ceremony.
Yep, stressed out about that because you're still setting up everything else. But and how do you go about that? Because you're basically directing the entire wedding night, but also reading the room and everything else. Is that
Yeah, I don't think people realize that a DJ has many hats during the whole day. You know, if a DJ messes up at ceremony,
Mhm.
that's going to set the tone for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so let's start with ceremony. Well, okay, I got to make sure all the songs are queued up perfectly. I got to
Yeah.
make sure that the microphone for the officiant is like great audio. I got to make sure that I can see the planner giving me like the thumbs up. I got to make sure that I'm on cue. Now, cocktail hour. All right, let's make sure that the vibes are right with the cocktail hour. Now we're rolling into reception. Well, I got to make sure that my announcements are right. I got to make sure that my names are pronounced correctly. I got to make sure that all the dances she gave me, all my edits are correct. I got to make sure that, all the photographers, the videographers, the wedding planner, even like we're all on the same page. I got to make sure that, because who gets blamed if something's wrong? Me,
You.
the DJ.
You're the one with the mic.
So I think it's very important. Like
Yeah.
if you're watching this and you're like, oh well, we just need somebody to play music. No, like a good DJ, I call it the ambassador of the day. Like I'm the voice,
Mhm.
and I'm setting the tone of your day. So yeah, it's a lot of stress, man. So everyone thinks, oh, being a DJ is fun. That's what I was talking about. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, being a DJ is fun if it's like, oh, we're just gonna get drunk and I'm just going to
Yeah.
be playing music and there's no like responsibility.
Mhm.
But I got to make sure grandma's dancing. I got to make sure your little nephew and niece is dancing. I got to make sure you're dancing and your friends are dancing. And, it's a lot, man. But it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
Most days is fun.
Most days.
You can cut that out.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I commend you on it. And it's funny you say that too, because my dad got married. He got married in Ormond Beach, and he ended up picking a DJ there because I think at the time he really didn't think like, what if I just grab somebody locally and just like, hey, come with me.
Yeah.
You see if that works out. But
how was he? Was he good?
He showed up late to the ceremony.
Well, there you go.
And again,
set the tone.
Set the tone. So we're all in this like castle on the beach, and we're just waiting. He wasn't there. I guess he decided to go to the hotel, get his setup there, did all that, but he didn't really time traffic and everything else to get back to, because it was off site.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that logistically is a nightmare for one.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was late for the ceremony, and that right there just kind of threw the whole night off. And then of course we go back to the reception. He was late there too, because obviously it's trickled down, right? He had to leave here, not set up,
all that
go
down.
here.
Yeah.
And it was just
so it sets the tone.
He ended up getting it going after that, but
yeah,
it was probably an hour and a half in. People weren't even on the dance floor. It was just
it
was a mess. But it's also a crowd too, so I mean,
Ormond Beach. I'm just joking, man. I don't even know where that's at on the map. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stress in it, man.
Yeah. I've got enough to deal with like logistically. I can't imagine that part.
When we do rentals, and let's say I just gotta set up rentals, I'm like, just gotta set up a photo booth today.
See ya.
No problem.
Yeah.
Because if the photo booth goes down, that's all right.
Yeah.
I'll just refund them their money. That's okay. That's not gonna ruin the day.
Yes.
And if it does, I'm like, come on.
Yeah. but you're not talking about the the music,
Right.
everything else.
Yeah.
Can you give me like a breakdown of like your day? Like how's your day start?
Like on a weekend?
Yeah, like on a weekend. Like
Yeah, man. You
like
you
how's that
wake
roll?
up, brush your teeth, put a Zen in. Take that out.
Yep.
Put two
Kickstart my
Zen
day.
in.
Yeah.
Hit the pipe.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, we have a team.
Yeah.
So first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, I literally text the whole team.
Mhm.
And it's funny because it's like having a bunch of kids. Make sure you look at your GPS today. Make sure you're tracking how far you are, traffic shifts.
Mhm.
I know you probably looked at it last night, but I hear there's a parade going on by the Vinoy.
Mhm.
Take that into account. That's like the biggest fear of all of us is you show up and because it's Saturday
Mhm.
and there's a dang parade blocking the main route to where you have to go. But now, the timer's already flipped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're setting up usually like 8 a.m., 7 a.m. in the
Oh, yeah,
morning.
we're in early. Yeah.
But, no one wants to get there that early, not us. So I text the whole team, praying for you guys. Make sure you're focused. Make sure you got all your songs ready every day.
Mhm.
Even though they're like, yes, Chris. And then it's now I got to get prepared.
Mhm.
And usually, just making sure like rentals are all, hey, you got everything. We're triple checking everything. I
Mhm.
mean, you probably can relate.
Yeah.
Because when there's a lot of small details,
Mhm. They forget something
and
and
you
they're
forget. And
an
if you're
hour
an
and
hour
some change
away,
away, that's a
and now you're like, okay, but I also have to get to another event. So it's really just, man, and that morning or for like on the weekend, it's just triple checking everything. So that's usually what our morning looks like. And and I don't usually eat. I'm usually stopping at 7-Eleven, grabbing a taquito and
yeah,
a Celsius.
just living out of your truck for a little bit and then
Yeah. Do you eat on a Saturday?
no, I always forget. So
Yeah.
I always
I wake
forget.
up and I'm like, and then
Yeah.
I stop at the gas. Well, Wawa.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wawa. Grab
Same.
that.
Yeah, it's funny you said Wawa because if my wife was here, she'd lose her mind because I always talk about stopping at Wawa. I'm like, look, you don't even understand. Like
We love
when
Wawa.
you're on the road.
Wawa, dude. You see a
Yeah,
Wawa? Do we like Wawa? You see a Wawa?
that's my daughter. She loves
I'm
Wawa.
like, oh, dude, Wawa. I'm gonna grab me one of those
Yeah,
pre-made sandwiches.
hashtag Wawa.
Yeah.
We need
Grab me a coffee. Put some Irish cream.
yeah.
Oh, don't
Good.
sleep on the Irish
Yeah.
cream.
All right.
Don't sleep
All
on the
right.
Irish cream.
All right.
Grab 2 protein bars
Just go about your day
and just
head to the
yep.
head to the wedding.
Grab a black and mild. All right, cut that out.
Oh no, it's staying.
I don't smoke black and milds, by the way. But yeah,
Yeah, it's
there
a
you go.
lot.
There's the date, man. It's
a lot.
lame. It's
Yeah.
lame. It's a lame morning.
I hear you. It's just really just kind of making sure you got everything rolling.
Right, man.
Yeah, it's same. It's the same way. It's just you got so many pieces and you're just trying to make sure. I always talk like I'm like the quarterback, you know what I mean? You got everybody out doing these different
Right.
things. You just got to make sure
Did you double and triple
make sure it
check?
gets done.
And you probably can relate to this because because you're the owner, and when you have personal relationships with people, you have systems.
Mhm.
But for some people, they'll just skip the systems and they just text you,
Yep.
"Hey, guy."
Yep.
You're like,
All the time.
you're like, well, did you reach out to the office?
Yeah.
But of course, you're not going to say that. Hey, all right, I got you.
No, I try. Like I try to be like, hey, if, and I mean, I think that's a good topic too. Is like, being owners of, of our businesses is we try to make ourselves available as much as we can. I think I've now come to the part where I don't like to answer calls after 5. I know it's a bad practice because in our industry, I say that, but I still pick up the phone. Like I say that, but at least when I'm in the family, I let it go to voicemail, even though it hurts my soul sometimes because there's always this understanding that you have to answer the phone because they will go to the next person. They will book with the next person that answers, at least in my industry, because I think they're shopping for best price a lot of the times. So that
Yeah.
part. But then I get to a part where I'm like, it's not worth it sometimes.
Yeah, my family outweighs.
Yeah, because I don't need, I got my kid. I mean, my kids know it's funny. Like the phone will say like Lake Lamoon, Walk under a tent. They like throw my phone at me. They're like, Dad, and then they throw it, and then I do the deal. But I think just finding that time to, or communicating with like, especially like vendors, like, hey, if you want a faster response, it's kind of how I get to them. Like, you want a faster response?
Shoot me a text.
Maybe, yeah, shoot me a text or reach out to the office.
Right.
Because if you tell me, but I'm also probably getting a message from 5 or 6 other people at the same time, I don't want to upset you because you may ended up, I don't want to say forget, but I may forget. I try not to, but
I forget.
I can only pin so many conversations on my phone. So
yeah,
that's the hard part. Yeah, because everybody always wants to. Oh, I know, guy, and let me shoot him a text. I know, Chris. I'm having an issue. I think one time at an event, I think I texted you. You probably don't text me.
No, man.
But it's just.
I mean, it's funny. There's some people I don't mind getting a text from, like you. Of course, you can text me whenever you want.
I appreciate it.
But we talk about the family balance. I think that I mean, obviously, you're doing very well for yourself. I saw your Prius out front.
Yeah, it does the trick.
had all the bumper stickers on it.
Yeah,
but I also realized, like, if a client's calling me like at 7:00 at night and they did go to someone else, whatever.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
I get it. You try. We do what we can.
But I will say, hey, sorry, I can't take your call.
For sure.
I can text.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm eating dinner right now, but
it's funny because I had AI. One of my questions is, have you noticed people using AI? Is it in like DJing and stuff like that now, or is it still,
I guess, I'm sure there's some AI dynamics, especially with like mixing and blending, but I've learned though, people want human connection.
Yeah.
And I think we realized that during COVID that, they were talking about in the DJ aspect, people were DJing like virtually. That didn't get anywhere, by the way.
No
one wants that. We were built, whatever you believe in. I mean, we were built for human connection. And I don't really see anything taking that away. Even if you hire a band or some kind of talent or DJ or whatever, they want that human experience. So when it comes to software, yes, AI is definitely making it a little easier for DJs, but I can't imagine somebody's like, I got this AI robot that's going to DJ tonight.
I got you.
Good luck reading a empty dance floor.
yeah, that's true. You get that part from it.
Yeah, good luck reading a mixed crowd, like old, young, different ethnicities, like you got to have that human connection.
Yeah. Now, like on like the music side of things, what's trending right now?
Dude, it's crazy, man. They still like the oldies.
Really?
But they want it remixed. So if I'm playing something that, any genre, they want a new beat to it.
Mm-hmm.
And Gen Z wants it fast.
Really?
I mean, there's some songs you got to play all the way through. Like, you can't cut off, Piano Man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't really play that, and you can't put a redrum to Piano Man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess you could, but yeah, Gen Z, which I love Gen Z, by the way. I mean, great. They're great couples, but they want it like 1 minute. If you're playing past a minute,
really?
you're boring them. Yeah, dude.
They're done. They're ready for the next one.
They're ready for the next one. And that's what you've learned. That's what we have all learned as a DJ.
Yeah. Like,
hey man, you better have your cues ready. So you got to pretend you're at a club.
Yeah.
You got to just keep them entertained. Say, dude, I can burn through 100 songs in 2 hours.
I'm about to say, easily. I mean, with it only being a minute, you have to have a lot queued up.
Yeah, man, if you got to pee, that's impossible, bro. You got 1 minute.
Yeah.
Like,
you can't just play a song through and come back.
And dude, you're at some venues, you're like, how far is that bathroom? I'm just gonna have to pee my pants, dog. There ain't no way. And if you got to go the other, you got to You better wear
Like,
Depends,
sorry.
man.
The DJ's not leaving the booth. He's there to stay.
Luckily, you can play a slow song,
Yeah, I got
and
you.
you're like, I got 3.5
I was
minutes.
about to say, I'm sure you figured out a way.
But the couples really don't want slow songs anymore either, dude.
Really?
They'll say right there on their playlist, no slow songs.
So you know how that's going. All night it's just feeding them.
So you better get it all out before you start DJing. Dude, I'm serious. DJs talk about it all the time.
Really?
Yeah, you can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
You can't leave.
That's true. I guess if you're on the dance floor,
You got a
and you
2.5
look back
hour
and you don't
set.
have the guy there.
You can't leave.
Yeah.
So they're like, they're about to do toast. Hold on, I gotta pee real quick because I know this is my last pee for today. And I mean, I'm in my 40s now too. You know, when you gotta go.
This is real talk, everybody. Like this.
Hey man, I'm just being honest with you, dude.
Yeah, this is the stuff that people don't tell you about. It's not always sunshine and rainbows.
No, sometimes you're peeing your pants.
Oh,
guy's like, no, I don't.
No, I'm long gone. I'm out of that job. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
No, I can't. No, I can't imagine. But yeah, I mean, I'm with you 100%. I mean, yeah, you can't unless you have like a team with you that day. Unless
that's true.
You just have 2 DJs, which
I mean,
I'm sure that may happen.
It happens sometimes, but
I'm sure
that's not really our.
You guys always roll with just one guy, so you
just
set
depends,
up everything
man.
yourself.
You know, if it's like, all right, we've done this 100 times.
Yeah.
But when they start adding a bunch of stuff, or there's an after party, or you know, there's a lot of moving parts, we'll tell them in the get-go, like, hey, you're gonna have to hire a second person.
Yeah, it's just a lot.
Just too much for one person. That's when they're like, well, our budget's only this. And they're like, well, you might need to cut this out.
What would you say is your favorite moment during a wedding? What's your favorite part of a wedding? Like when you're there? Because you've seen it all. I'm sure you've seen different.
Man, when you got that dance floor just packed and you just feel like you can't go wrong. And when you leave, you're like, I still got it.
Yeah.
That's the best feeling.
I bet.
We had a bride at the Vinoy, and this doesn't happen really ever. I went up to her and I was just like, hey, just thank you so much for having me. She started crying. I was like, oh. But she was like, it was absolutely perfect. Thank you. That feels good. Yeah, like I said, I made such an impact. Homegirl's crying right now. I mean, it was everything, but I was a part of that. That's really what's like, all right, I'm doing the right thing. I'm in the right field, you know? So, and they're going to remember that forever. I mean, forever. That bald guy was awesome. And that's really special. So
yeah. I always see like different like DJ setups and stuff like that. Is there like it's always changing, which is kind of weird. I don't know how you got. Yeah, is there like a standard that you guys go with, or
it's like anything, man? It's like if couples see like certain setups, and I mean everyone wants clean.
Yeah.
Right. You can definitely tell from a cheap DJ.
They don't want a 6-foot table with a CPU desktop.
I mean,
sitting on top.
I'll bring it back. Gosh, that was much easier. Yeah, definitely. You know, if people are spending more money, they definitely have a standard. And so yeah, for sure. More compact, more clean, no wires showing. You know, everything's got to be just sleek and modern. It's almost becoming like it has to look like furniture now.
Okay.
Your DJ setup has to look like a piece of furniture.
I mean, because it's in every photo for most part. I've seen some setups where like the DJ's like off to the side, but I feel like 9 times out of 10, it's either like the sweetheart tables in front of the dance floor and DJ's on the other side.
But I'll be honest, man, like there's sometimes I'll look at pictures and you'll see like, you will just see the 6-foot table with the DJ, but it almost brings like this nostalgic feeling to me. Now I'm not a bride or groom. Like I get it for pictures. It's for pictures. But like when sometimes you see a DJ that looks like a DJ and still like clean and like, but I'm like, that still looks cool to me. Maybe because I'm getting older, but I'm still like, no, that's dope. Like he's got like these big old turntables and, you know,
whole big old thing that comes out the box.
Yeah, I'm like, that's cool. It looks like he looks like a DJ compared to like a guy wearing a tuxedo behind a piece of furniture. You can have all of that, but I'm telling you, the OG guy, I'm like, oh, this set's gonna be dope. So
is that something you like to offer, or are you more the
I mean,
more the
hey,
clean?
listen, man. If you're only spending $500, you're gonna get the compact Presario. So
So you do about 400 weddings a year. How long you been doing this? How long you been in it?
full time 2013. Full time.
Okay.
I could tell you a story about that.
Yeah.
I used to work at Red Lobster, by the way. I don't know if you know that. And do you remember when Red Lobster was like, that was the spot? You might, yeah, okay. Everyone forgets, like my daughter doesn't remember this, but at one time in the 90s, and I would say mid 2000s, I mean, probably in the 80s and 70s or whatever, but it's like, oh, dude, you got straight A's on your report card? We're taking you to Red Lobster. Oh, income tax day? We're going to Red Lobster. Oh, we're just celebrating? We're going to Red Lobster. So in my mind, I'm like, dude, if I can work at Red Lobster, that's what's up. But then you remember 2008, economy went to poop. And I say all that because I actually was trying to get into management at Red Lobster. And
Okay.
I'm going to say it was definitely a God thing. I know this probably goes back to the earlier question, what got me into DJing, but I was already DJing at the time. And I was trying to get into management at Red Lobster, and I was going through this. You probably experienced this because did you have a corporate job or a full time job or no?
No, I didn't. I mean, I worked at Publix for a little bit in the mix of everything, and I worked at Beef O'Brady's for a couple years, and then I became a firefighter too. So I thought maybe I wanted to become a firefighter.
Okay, but you kind of went through the same thing.
Yeah. It's trying to
You're trying to figure out. You're in your
trying to
20s. You're
see.
trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And 20s are like the worst. I'm not gonna lie, because you're just trying to like, all right, And then I remember I got really sick, and I remember laying on the couch, and I had like just total peace and quiet, no distractions, and I clearly felt in my spirit, you should follow DJing. Well, that's a scary thought because I'm only advertising on Craigslist right now. And I remember going to Red Lobster, and I remember telling them, so this is 2013, by the way, and I remember telling my GM, said, "Hey, man, I know this is crazy. You guys are trying to get me into management, but I'm going to put my 2 weeks in. This is crazy." The GM looked at me and goes, "Chris, Darden actually just sold Red Lobster, and a new company is going to be buying it. So this is probably a smart move." And I thought, thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
Now tell me that's not wild.
Yeah.
So it's a God thing, man. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start DJing.
Talk about just act of God, just timing.
Act of God, timing, and
things kind of fell in place.
Everything fell in place. I mean, yeah, it was a struggle.
You're not getting that steady paycheck,
especially when August came in. Like August.
Oh yeah,
here in Florida, August is brutal. So I remember telling my wife, like, "All right, babe, if you see any cans, pick them up."
Yeah, that is something in this industry, man. You gotta be willing to get it when the getting's good. Because
when it's good, it's good.
Yep, and when it's bad,
you better just know how to money. You got to manage your money.
Yep.
It is
and
slow.
Just be ready to go.
Yeah, man. You'll take anything in August.
Yep, for sure.
You only need one chair. No problem.
I got you.
I got you.
I got you. I'll deliver it myself.
Yeah.
What would you say is your most memorable moment at a wedding? What's that wedding that stands out in all these years, good or bad? Like,
oh man, I can definitely tell you the bad parts. I remember a guy was peeing right on the dance floor.
Oh, okay.
I was like, is that guy urinating on the dance floor?
Really?
Oh yeah. It was at the Magnolia building.
Oh wow.
Tell me you're drunk without telling me you're drunk.
Yeah.
But we've had so many great memories. I mean, again, I think there's a lot of moments. I remember usually it comes down to like father of the bride speeches. And I don't know why, but those are just so powerful. And I think those kind of moments just really stick in my mind. Special moments like that, or a choreographed dance. You're like, man. I think when there's emotions really tied to, I mean, if you got me crying, I'm going to remember. So we actually just did a wedding this last Sunday. Uh, you can tell that the mother of the bride just lost her husband, but you can just tell everyone in that room loved this man so much. And I will remember that because I'm like, man, when I pass, that's what I want. I mean, dude, they just were like, how how much he loved everyone and how special he was, and he just was just such a godly man, and he was just. I was like, man, that's powerful. So I know that might not be the answer you're looking for, but for me, those are the moments I remember. Packed dance floors, they kind of blend in because I mean, we always got the dance floor packed. So, but those are the moments I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I bet it's got to be so rewarding. I mean, you're catching people at their, I don't want to say like most vulnerable moment, but you're catching them all in like their
A lot of
feels, like a
emotions.
lot of emotions going.
Yeah, and when you see couples that truly just love each other,
hmm
you're like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
And you remember those couples. So
I bet. I mean, not only watched them all on a dance floor, you've spent how many months planning and getting everything, together and making sure they have their perfect day. I mean, it's
right.
a lot. I got a couple more questions. What advice would you give to like a planner or somebody who's like trying to, communicate with you about Dave? Is there something that they can better way for them to approach you, or how does that really work out, that dynamic? Like,
Well, I could tell you the planners that we just love and what they do.
Yeah.
Is a planner that's also on your team.
Okay.
You don't feel like they're rooting against you because we're all on the same team. So when you have a planner that's also like right there with you, a planner that's also very organized, very clear, it's all about communication. So the planners that I always remember are the ones that are also like, if I'm lining them up, they're right there with me. We're doing first dances, they're right there beside me. Planners that are in the mix, and you could tell the OG planners compared to like the planners that are just starting, which we all have to start somewhere, but I don't know. You probably can relate.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, where's the planner?
Yeah.
Like when people are coming up to me like, "Where's the planner?" I'm like,
don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, they just passed it on to you.
Yeah, like I don't know. Probably peeing.
All right, man. So I've got 5 rapid fire questions, and I'm going to ask them. Just first answer that comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay. Favorite song to play at a wedding?
September.
Okay. All right. First dance or last song of the night?
Last Dance by Donna Summers.
Okay. Throwbacks or today's hits?
Yeah, by Usher.
Wedding or prom?
A wedding.
Wedding. Okay. Take requests or no requests?
Take requests.
Take requests. All right, man. Well, I mean, that's a wrap. It was a pleasure having you on today.
Man.
I hope there's any DJs or couples or anybody listening. Hopefully you got something from us. I think we had a lot of real talk, and I think there's I think in a lot of these in this industry, I think that's what people need.
Oh, for sure.
It's not always, like I said earlier, like sunshine and rainbows. I mean, there's real stuff. We're real people. And we all have the same goal in mind of having that best experience for our client, whether it's a wedding, a prom, or a corporate event. But we are human. So
yeah. No, I really appreciate you having me on. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks, man. Can you want to tell everybody where they can find you if they're?
Oh yeah, Graingertainment, baby. Instagram, TikTok. Just type in Lakeland or Tampa DJ. You'll see us.
All right. Awesome. Well, that's a wrap, man, and we'll see everybody next time.
Thanks, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
dude.
it.
Appreciate it. We did it.
Oh,
that's funny. Cut that. Cut that one out.
Hey, take that out.